In the previous lesson, you learned how to make the preset for our render and why we did this. So now when we're going to add some materials, we know exactly how they are going to look and how to adjust their properties. So we are not putting a material property and then when you go to the render, it looks completely different because you are still adjusting some of the exposure, some of the sky, all of these elements will change the way that your material looks. Now let's go to the build mode. And let's go here to the building. So this here, let's start with the glass. I'll use the outdoor glass, the one that comes with Lumion. I'll double click it. So, and I'll make it more reflective. Maybe I'll start by this. I want the same material to the other windows. So what I can do is just copy, click here, copy, and press here, standard, and paste. That easy. Now, let's see these frames of the windows. I can select metal material for this. Let's say this is too much, and too much as well. So I can go with okay, I can go with this one as a base, okay, and I'll make it darker, way darker, and also I will decrease this reflectivity and I'll make the gloss like this, and I'll also go to this weathering and make the edge round like this, see, because you probably already noticed that the surfaces in real life, they never have these sharp edges like this. So Lumion gave this option in the shader. It's quite handy that you can just increase a little bit like this and it will round up the edges for you. So it's quite handy. Here, let's just increase a little bit more the coloration. And I think that looks good. You just see from this side. Okay. Now, we can do the same material for these railings here. So again, just copy and go to standard, paste. Okay. Actually, let me just see if I can increase the reflection a little bit more. And here the same. Okay. Okay, looking good. Now, to make the facade of the building material, what I will do, I provided you some textures. So we'll go to standard and we'll click here. And we have here on the files, we have textures and we have these wood planks. Go to regular, 4K. So this is a texture that you have available on Polygon, but I added it a little bit to have this color. So we'll select this one as our albedo, our color map, and we'll select, because if we don't do anything, it will create automatically a normal map, but it's not the correct one because it doesn't have even the gloss mask. And the gloss mask is where it's defined what areas should be with more shininess and without. So in this case, for example, all of these areas here will be without any shininess. Right now you see that it's super shiny, so it will be without any, and maybe just on the veins as well it will be darker. So let's select the correct one, which is this one. Okay, see the difference now, but it's still too like metal, right? So what we'll do is decrease this color. Okay, so don't forget that by default Lumion puts this color like this, so we'll just make it to 0. So we have our color from our texture, and we will decrease here just a little bit the gloss and a little bit the reflectivity, maybe like this. And I don't like the way they are going, the direction. So to change this, we'll go to, first we'll have to scale our map. See, without being scaled, how it changed. So if when you scale the map, if it was still with this orientation, it's probably here, orientation, you can here just change it to 90 degrees. Okay, so, but I want it to be like it is right now. Okay, so let me just try to match, at least on this area, the direction. I'll go here to this offset. Okay, so it's more or less there. And I'll make this round as well. I'll go here, the edges, make it a little bit. And I'll add some weathering as well. Okay. Okay, it's looking good. Just a little bit less reflective. Okay, I think that's better. Now I want to duplicate this same material to here on the bottom and on the top. So again, let's just go to copy and standard paste. Okay, looks good. Now let's create the same material color for this part here. So what we'll do, we'll select this and we'll select the material, this one. You can use this one. And we want it to be the same color. So let's just go here and colorization. I'll copy paste the color. And this is the color, okay, that you'll be using. So you can use this color code and just copy paste. And then when you have this color menu, just go over this and Control V, and you will be pasting the color, okay? So let me just increase more or less like this. I'll decrease the glossiness and the reflectivity, and I can make it a little bit like this. Okay, I think it looks more or less the same. And here I'll create the same thing, like the same weathering, just a little bit. And this, okay. And I'll copy and put it here as well. Okay, so it added to this one. Let me just confirm it's the same material. Okay, so it's the same material. Well, what we can do, we can come here to this one already, and we'll select a different material for this one. We can go to indoor, plaster. Okay, can be this one. Let's make it white, and decrease this, and increase this, decrease the scale as well. Okay, this one we can leave it as it is. And since we are here, we'll put this on the walls as well. So we'll just duplicate and paste. All right. So now we have the inside as well mapped. This bottom part, I'll just duplicate this material again. This one, copy, and I'll put it here on the bottom. Go to standard and paste. Okay, so I think we have everything mapped. No, we have this one missing. So for this one, I'll just copy this same material here. Because especially from the view that we're going to take the render, we don't see this, so it doesn't really matter much. So just put some like this. Okay. Now let's take a new render. No, actually, before the new render, let's do one more thing. Let's just create here, save changes. And let's put this, I want this to be more like earth tones. So I'll go to nature and let's see, soil and what they have here. Could be something like this. Just see if they have anything else here. Landscape. Okay, so actually what we can do is select the landscape in custom landscape, because it will create this rich area for us. And now we need to change this green texture. So to do this, we'll go to landscape, and we have all of these textures here. We'll just select this one first, and let's select something like, let's see, this one. Maybe a different one like this. Yeah, it can be this one. Yeah, I'm just going to leave it like this. Yeah, it's okay. Just want this to give some color to the building. So I'll go to the render now. Let's take a new to see how it's looking. And 5. All right, so a couple of things already. It's looking nice, but we have way too much reflection here. Okay, and I think this color is a little bit darker than what I was, what I wanted. And also I have an overall image, it's too cold. So to fix this, what we can do is, well, first let's fix the material. Let's go here, and this one, actually this one is the scale. I want to decrease it a little bit, more like so. And then increase this weathering. Then I want this to be less, more like this. And this one I'll decrease. Let's see, like this. That part was way too much, so let's go like this. Okay, let's see here. So reduce more like this, and the gloss as well. Okay, let's take another render and see how that changed. But before the render, let's do one thing here on our effects. Let's increase this to 0.2 and decrease the brightness a little bit and the contrast, and this as well. Okay, let's now render it again. Okay, it's looking a bit better, but we still have all of this here. And do you know why? Because we didn't change that material. So let's change that one. We just changed this one. And let's go here and copy, paste. And let's do the same here, which I think it's the same actually. Yeah, it's the same as that one. Okay. So here we are good. And I just want this to be a little bit more warm, I guess. Wait. This one I want it to be less, just like this. Let's see. Okay, let's take that render again, but first let's go to here, the exposure, decrease just a little bit. Now let's see the difference. All right, it's looking much better now. But now I think I put the exposure way low. So I'm going to increase the exposure again a little bit to 0.7. Let's just take another render to see how this is looking. All right, I want to decrease the sky brightness. So I'll go to sky and clouds, and I want to put it maybe like so. Okay, let me just see the difference. It's looking better. Okay. Now let's go here again. I think this is the basic for our materials. What we're going to do now, in the next lesson, I will show you how you can create these textures from scratch.